just making sure this is the right number for Mallory Bradley.
It is. Who is this?
Nice to meet you. I'm Ellie, the woman your husband is madly in love with. I figured you'd pretend not to know, but come on, you've been dragging this divorce out way too long. It's time to let go. He wants me now. You and those kids are just in the way.
Okay, so you're telling me you're, what, his mistress?
Ugh, I hate that word. We're not sneaking around. We're in love. We've been together for a while now. He tells me everything. I tell him everything. We're soulmates.
Huh, I had my suspicions, but I didn't think the woman he was cheating with would text me directly. That's pretty bold of you to do.
Bold? No, honey, it's called confidence. I'm not going to play second fiddle to someone who's clearly just clinging to a dead marriage.
That's interesting, because Howard's never mentioned a divorce, not once.
Yeah, right. He told me you're being totally uncooperative. All you're doing is stalling and making it impossible for him to move on.
He tells you that, huh? Fascinating. Tell me more.
Oh, I could go on forever. He's miserable with you. He tells me how trapped he feels. You seriously think this is still a real marriage?
I'm just trying to keep up. One second he's silent at home, the next his mistress is texting me out of the blue. Forgive me for being a little confused.
Please, he gave up on you a long time ago. If you're really confused about what's going on, then you're just a moron. No offense.
None taken. So how'd you get my number?
Found it in his phone. Don't freak out. I needed to do this. Woman to woman.
You do realize how weird this is, right?
What's weird is you still pretending this marriage is alive. I'm offering you a chance to walk away with a little dignity.
You don't get to decide what I do with my dignity. If you want me to believe anything, you're going to have to give me more than just your word. I just don't take the word of a stranger seriously, especially when she introduces herself by announcing she's the woman my husband's madly in love with.
Oh, wow. You really want me to send proof? Like photos? Because I can. Plenty of them.
If you have any photos of the two of you together, then yes, I'd love to see them. And if you won't show me any, then I'm afraid I have no reason to believe you.
You really are in denial. Fine, if you won't believe me, maybe this will convince you. I'm pregnant.
I see. You're pregnant, are you?
Yup, his baby is in my belly right now. Which means you need to take care of the 5 he already has. They're not going to be my problem.
Wow, that's quite the ask. You not only know we have 5 kids, but you want me to take them all?
Obviously, you're his wife. You raised them already. You know their schedules, their needs, all that stuff.
If we were to get divorced, then all I'd be taking would be our youngest son.
What? You can't just pick and choose. You don't get to say I'll take the easy one and leave me with the rest.
The youngest is the only one out of the 5 who is actually my child. The others came with Howard from his past marriages. I think I've done enough work raising other people's children for one time. They're his problem now.
Wait, back up. Past marriages? You're saying he's been married before you?
You didn't know? You're not the first. Far from it.
He told me he was with you for ages, but that's it.
Well, he lied. There were others. Their mothers wanted to take their kids when they divorced him, but he wouldn't allow it. He said he'd raise them himself. He didn't mention the part where he dumped them on whoever he married next.
I seriously cannot believe this right now. He never mentioned being married more than once.
Well, now you know. I'd say you should ask him about it, but I have a feeling he'll just lie to you the same way he lied to me, and probably the same way he lied to the women before me.
Wow. Just wow. Why would he keep something like that from me?
Maybe because he knew it'd scare you off, or maybe because he didn't think it mattered. Either way, it doesn't change much now, does it?
Unbelievable. And yet you still stayed with him?
Not for love. Let's just say I didn't have a whole lot of better options at the time.
Well, I do have options. I can make Howard happy. Way happier than you ever could.
Great. Then you've got nothing to worry about, right?
So then you'll sign the divorce papers? Like, actually go through with it?
Sure. In fact, I've been wanting to get rid of him for a while now. I just didn't think I'd get the opportunity handed to me by someone else.
Good! Finally, we're making progress.
But let's get one thing clear. I'm not taking those kids.
You have to! I can't raise 5 of someone else's brats!
And you think I can? What makes you think I have the time or energy for that? I raised them already. I did my part. Now it's your turn, sweetheart.
This is such a mess. Why did no one tell me he had all this baggage?
Because he probably didn't want you to know. But now that you do, you get to decide if you're still interested. You wanted the man, you're getting the whole package.
You could at least help out.
I am helping by stepping aside. I think a simple thank you would be in order.
Don't be smug. I'm doing you a favor. You should be grateful I came along.
Oh, I am. It's not every day someone volunteers to take a cheating, lying man off your hands. You've done a real public service.
You're being so cold about this. Don't you have any emotions at all?
I just don't waste them on people who don't deserve them. Anyway, there's only one thing I still don't get.
What?
What exactly do you see in a man in his 50s with 5 kids and multiple failed marriages? Genuinely curious.
That's none of your business. And for the record, he's not like that with me. What we have is real.
Sure, because he's always so different this time. Ask any of us exes. We've heard it all before.
I don't care what you think. He's going to divorce you, marry me, and we'll have a perfect life together.
Uh-huh. And the 5 kids? Where do they fit in?
He'll figure something out. Probably send them to boarding school or something. They're not my problem.
Wow, you really think children are disposable, huh? Noted.
I don't need to be judged by you.
Then stop saying ridiculous things and maybe get a job, a well-paying one. You're going to need it.
What's that supposed to mean?
Just saying, you might want to keep your expectations realistic.
You're trying to psych me out. That's such a classic jealous ex move.
Believe what you want. I'm just giving you the courtesy I never got.
I know what I'm getting into. Howard loves me. He tells me that every day.
That's nice. He said the same thing to me, and probably the same to the woman before me, and the one before that, and so on.
Wow, you really think you're clever, huh? You're not special. You're just bitter.
No bitterness here, just a quiet appreciation for patterns. Howard's got a lot of them.
Look, I don't care about your experience or whatever. He chose me. I'm the one he wants now.
And he said that to the others too, at first.
Keep talking. All you're doing is making yourself look old and insecure.
Getting older's not the insult you think it is, so you're gonna have to try harder than that to upset me.
He told me you made him feel trapped. Being with me is like breathing fresh air.
He's very poetic when he wants to be. Just don't be surprised when the air starts feeling a little stale.
You were seriously obsessed with tearing him down. You must miss him more than you let on.
Not even a little. I'm just amazed at how confident you are, considering the track record.
Oh, please. You had your chance. You blew it.
If that helps you sleep at night, I won't argue.
You're just jealous. He told me I'm everything you're not. Young, exciting, easy to talk to.
You sound like you're pretty confident in yourself, Ellie. That's good. Confidence is important, especially with what you've signed up for.
Don't act like you know him better than I do.
I know what it's like to be in your shoes. That's all I'll say.
You think you're wise just because you're older. That doesn't make you right.
You're right. What makes me right is that I've lived through what you're about to.
I'm nothing like you. He's different with me. We don't argue. He tells me everything.
That's what I thought too. Until he stopped answering questions, stopped coming home on time, started making excuses.
He wouldn't do that to me. We have something real.
I'm sure you'd like to believe that, Ellie.
Listen to yourself. You're just hoping we fall apart. You want to watch us fail. That's the only way you'll be able to keep your dignity intact after Howard ditches you.
No, I don't care whether you two fall or not, actually. If you're really happy, I won't stand in the way. But when things start feeling off, just remember this conversation.
Why don't you go write a blog post or something? I don't need your tired little warnings.
What can I say? I'm an old woman, Ellie. I have a lot of experience, and I like to share it with younger girls. Especially with ones who desperately need to hear it, like yourself.
Hey, I saw your message. What's going on? Are you okay?
I'm perfectly fine, Howard. In fact, I'm better than fine. I'm finally making the decision I should have made years ago.
What are you talking about? What decision?
I want a divorce. And no, this isn't a threat or a scare tactic. This is me being clear. It's over.
Whoa, hold on a second. Where is this coming from? You can't just drop that out of nowhere.
It's not out of nowhere. You know exactly where it's coming from. I know about Ellie.
Ellie? What do you mean? Who is this Ellie person? A friend of yours?
Don't do that. Don't play dumb with me. She texted me. She told me everything.
She what? She talked to you?
Directly. She found my number in your phone. Guess she was feeling bold.
Unbelievable! Why would she do that? That's insane!
Is it? I actually found it kind of helpful. Saved me the trouble of pretending everything was fine for one more day.
This isn't what you think, okay? It's complicated. It's not like I planned for this to happen.
You didn't plan for it, but you let it happen. Over and over. And now she's pregnant.
You know about that, too? She told you?
Yep. You weren't going to tell me, were you? Just let me keep playing house with your 5 kids while you build a new one behind my back.
Mallerie, I didn't know how to tell you. I didn't want to hurt you. You have to believe that.
Hurt me? Howard, you've been hurting me for years. You just finally gave it a name.
Look, we can fix this, okay? This doesn't have to be the end. We can work through it. We've come back from worse.
I don't think sleeping with someone else and getting her pregnant is a rough patch, Howard. That's a whole new chapter without me in it.
Please don't do this. Think about the kids. They need you. They love you.
The only child I'm thinking about is my son. I'm done raising children that aren't mine. You had me doing that long enough.
That's not fair, though. You're their mom, Mallerie. You're the only mom they know. They call you mom and everything.
Yeah, because you insisted that they do so under threat of grounding. Because I was the one making lunches and going to parent-teacher conferences and staying up with them when they had nightmares. Meanwhile, you were working late.
I didn't want them to go through another broken home. I wanted them to have some stability in their lives, you know?
That's funny. It seems to me like if you wanted them to have stability, you would have let them stay with their mothers, instead of, putting them through a revolving door of mothers.
I don't know what you want me to say here. We built a life together. You can't just throw that away.
I'm not throwing anything away. I'm reclaiming what's left of my life. Something I haven't been allowed to think about since the day I said I do.
You're being dramatic. You're angry right now. I get that.
No, I'm done right now. Big difference.
Look, I know I messed up. I know I've been selfish, but we can start over. We can go to counseling. Please, just don't give up on us.
There is no us, Howard. There's only ever been you doing whatever you want. And me cleaning up the mess. I'm tired, Howard. I'm really, really tired.
Just think about what you're saying. This doesn't have to end this way. You don't have to walk away from the only family you've got.
I'm not walking away from family. I'm walking away from a man who never saw me as his partner. Just a built-in babysitter with a marriage certificate.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do without you. What am I going to do about the kids?
You'll figure it out. You managed just fine when you were sneaking around. You'll manage now.
So you're just gone then? Just like that?
Not just like that. Like this. After years of pretending things would get better. After years of swallowing my pride for your kids. After crying myself to sleep more nights than I can count. That's how I'm leaving.
For God's sake, Mallerie, don't do this!
Don't bother texting back. I won't answer. But I will be filing those divorce papers first thing in the morning. Goodbye, Howard. Morning. Just thought I'd let you know. You got what you wanted.
Wait, what?
The divorce is official. He's all yours now. Congrats.
OMG. No.
Something wrong?
A lot has happened since we talked.
I'm sure it has.
Mallerie, he's furious at me, like actually screaming and throwing things.
That sounds like a you problem.
He said I broke up his marriage, that I ruined everything.
He needed someone to blame, but let's be real, he was never much of a prize to begin with.
I don't understand. He always said you were the problem, that you were lazy and selfish and cold.
Well, one of us was working full-time, paying the mortgage and covering every single one of his child support payments. Care to guess which one?
What are you talking about? I'm confused.
Oh yeah, surprise! Howard makes next to nothing. I paid for everything.
But he told me he was successful, that you were just using him for his money.
And you believed that? Wow.
He has a nice car, expensive clothes. He tips like a rich guy.
Ellie, sweetie, that car is leased under my name. The clothes? My Christmas gifts. The tips? My card. I have the receipts.
No, that can't be right.
I'm not sure what fantasy you bought into, but I promise it was never based on reality.
So what? You're telling me he's broke?
Dirt poor. The man couldn't afford a sandwich without my debit card.
Oh my God.
Oh, honey, we're just getting started.
What else are you hiding?
Nothing. I'm free now, remember? But you're about to meet the real Howard.
He has so many kids, Mallerie. They're always over. They won't stop fighting. The house smells like feet. One of them called me the fake one.
Sounds about right. They used to call me not mom number 3.
Okay, I knew he had an ex-wife or two, but I didn't think I'd be stuck raising his entire lineage.
That's the Howard experience. Comes with emotional baggage, financial ruin, and a built-in daycare.
He made it sound like his kids were mostly grown.
That's what he told me when we met, and they were toddlers.
I didn't think I'd be playing stepmom to his soccer team.
Welcome to my Tuesdays and Wednesdays and every other day he needed help.
I thought we were gonna travel, sleep in, do brunch.
Instead, you're cooking mac and cheese at 9 p.m. while someone screams that their iPad died.
I don't even like kids.
Neither does he. If we're being honest, he just collects them, like Pokemon.
This is so not what I signed up for.
You thought you were the exception. Turns out, you're just next in line.
I thought I was gonna be different, that we were gonna be different.
That's what they all think, that he'd change for them. But Howard doesn't change. He just rotates.
So what now? I just become you?
If you're lucky, I had a job and boundaries.
This is so messed up.
No argument there, but now he's your mess, and I've never slept better.
He keeps saying we'll figure it out, that I just need to be patient, but he's home all day, doing nothing.
Yep, that's the man you fought so hard to win.
I can't believe this. I gave up everything for him. My apartment, my job.
Should have read the fine print.
So what do I do now?
That's the $1,000,000 question. Except in your case, it's more like $50 and an overdue water bill.
Mallerie, seriously, what do I do?
Figure it out, like the rest of us did.
You're not even a little bit sorry?
I am sorry that he lied to you. I really am. No one deserves to be misled like that. But let's be honest, you saw the red flags. You chose to ignore them because it felt good to be the one he chose. You made your choices, Ellie, and now you have to live with the consequences. That's not cruelty, it's just reality. You wanted the man? Well, this is the full package. And unfortunately, there's no return policy.
Wow.
You wanted him, now you've got him, and everything that comes with him. Enjoy.
me.
Well, this is a surprise.
Oh, good. You didn't block me after that last conversation.
What is it, Ellie?
The other moms came by today. They came to pick up the kids. All of them.
Well, that's good news for you, isn't it?
They told me to tell you something.
Oh?
They said thank you.
Really?
They said to tell you thank you for raising their kids so well.
Huh.
They said they were always grateful you were there when they couldn't be. I didn't know what to say. I just stood there.
Well, I'm glad to know my work was appreciated.
Yeah, I've actually been thinking about that for a while now. Like, I've only been doing this for a week, and I'm exhausted.
Try several years without a break while working full-time.
I don't know how you did it, Mallerie.
Neither did I. I was just too tired to stop.
It couldn't have been easy.
It wasn't. No part of it was. But someone had to make sure the lights stayed on and the kids were fed.
And you did all that while paying for everything?
Every bill, every school supply, every broken phone, while he bought useless tech and took midday naps.
I used to think you were cold, harsh, like you were trying to make Howard miserable.
I was worn down, and when you're the only adult in the house, you don't get the luxury of being soft.
I get it now. I think I really do.
Then you're already ahead of where I was at your age.
I wanted this fairy tale life. I grew up poor, like really poor. My mom raised 4 of us on her own. We lived in this crumbling old duplex with pipes that knocked at night and windows that wouldn't shut in winter.
Sounds about right. Mine whistled every time it snowed.
We used to tape plastic over the windows. I'd wake up seeing my breath and pretend it was fun, like we were camping. Some nights, dinner was just rice and ketchup. Mom would smile and say it was a special treat. I think she was trying to keep us from feeling poor.
Moms do that. Try to make it feel normal so we don't see how bad it is.
Sundays were coupon days. We'd sit on the floor with flyers, circling things we needed and crossing out everything we couldn't afford. She worked so hard, cleaning houses, babysitting, whatever she could find. I barely saw her awake, and when I did, her face looked hollow.
That kind of tired doesn't sleep off. It becomes part of you.
I told myself I'd never end up like that. I wanted to be taken care of for once. I thought if I found someone successful, someone who really had it together,
you wouldn't have to worry, wouldn't have to hustle.
Exactly. So when I met Howard and he said all the right things, I wanted to believe him. He made it sound like I'd finally be safe. He called me his queen, said he'd spoil me, protect me, build a future with me.
He's good at the script. He's rehearsed it enough times.
And I fell for it. I wanted to believe I was the exception, that I was finally going to live the life I dreamed about as a kid. But now I see, he was never planning to lift me up. He just wanted someone to catch him as he kept falling.
Yep, that's Howard. All wrapping paper, no gift inside.
I know now that I was wrong. I hurt people trying to chase a dream.
You did, but you're not the first woman to learn that lesson too late.
I'm gonna try living with him for a bit, just to see how things go.
You really want to test that theory on hard mode?
I need to be sure. I want to try.
Then make a backup plan now. Secret savings account, car in your name, somewhere to run if it gets bad.
You really think I'll need all that?
I know you will. Howard doesn't get better. He gets heavier.
But the kids, they're not all bad. Some of them are actually kind of sweet.
Of course they are. They've had to grow up fast too. You think you're the only one who's tired?
One of them asked if I was going to be around next Christmas. I didn't know what to say.
Say you'll try, but don't promise them forever unless you mean it. They've heard enough lies.
I'm trying to be honest now. I don't want to pretend anymore.
Then start with yourself. Be honest about what you need, what you deserve, what you're settling for.
I guess I just wanted you to know I respect you now, for all of it.
That's sweet, but respect doesn't erase history. You still blew up someone else's life.
I know, and I hate that. I'd take it back if I could.
That's the part no one warns you about, how long you have to live with it. Even if he's gone, the mess lingers.
Do you think I'm a terrible person?
No, I think you were a desperate person who made selfish choices. We've all been there. It's what you do next that matters.
I want to be better. I just don't know how.
Start small. Stop lying to others, but mostly to yourself. And stop hoping he'll become someone he never was.
You're really not sugarcoating anything, huh?
Sugarcoating is for birthday cakes and denial, neither of which helped me when I was scraping together grocery money.
Fair enough.
You want soft? Call your mom. You want truth? Keep texting me.
I think I'll take the truth.
Good, because I don't do pity parties.
Thanks, Mallerie, for being straight with me.
Don't thank me, just listen and protect yourself. No one else will.
I will, I promise.
Don't promise me, promise yourself.
Okay.
And Ellie?
Yeah?
When he asks you to co-sign a loan next month, run.
So, that's it, huh? You win? They all went back to their moms?
It's not a game, Howard. They're with people who actually show up.
Yeah, because you turned them all against me! Don't pretend you didn't have a hand in this.
I didn't have to do anything. You handled that just fine on your own.
No, don't gaslight me. You always made me look like the bad guy. You let them see me struggle and then played the saint who cleaned it all up. You acted like I was useless, like I didn't matter. And now they're gone, Mallerie. All of them, with their mothers. And I'm the jerk who got left behind.
Maybe because they got tired of waiting for you to try.
I did try! I had plans! I had things I wanted to fix! But you always jumped in first! You never let me figure it out!
I jumped in because someone had to. You were figuring it out while the rent was late and the fridge was empty.
It's just... it was easier when you were around!
Easier how?
I don't know. You had this system. You just handled everything. Even when we were fighting, you still kept it all going. I didn't have to think about the bills or school stuff or forms or anything. I could breathe. And now I can't even keep track of whose socks belong to which kid. Ellie's mad, the kids are gone, and I feel like I'm drowning.
Welcome to the life I lived for years.
I wasn't built for this kind of stress, okay? I just wanted a calm, happy family, but everything's falling apart!
No, Howard. You wanted someone else to build a calm, happy family while you kicked back and coasted through it.
I didn't sign up to be the bad guy!
Then stop acting like one.
Ellie keeps looking at me like I'm supposed to have the answers, but I don't. I never did. You did. You always did.
Because I had no choice. Because if I didn't do it, nobody would.
It hurts, okay? Knowing that all the kids went to their moms and none of them picked me.
Maybe they would have if they ever felt like they could rely on you.
I thought I was doing enough. I thought being there sometimes was better than not at all.
Sometimes doesn't build trust. Sometimes doesn't cut it.
So what? I'm just supposed to accept that I failed? That everyone left me because I wasn't good enough?
I'm saying it's time to be better, for once.
You make it sound so easy.
It's not. It never was. But you have a child now, a new one, and you've run out of people to blame. Ellie needs support. That baby needs stability. And frankly, you've wasted enough time feeling sorry for yourself. You want to prove you're not just some walking disappointment? Then grow up, show up, and start being a father for the first time in your life.
Hey, got a lot to tell you.
Should I grab popcorn or a fire extinguisher?
Lol, I deserve that. Look, I know you had every right to be mad at me. I was the villain in your story. For a while, at least. I didn't get it back then. I thought I was stepping into some fairy tale, and I didn't care whose world I was wrecking to get there. But I see it now. I see what I did. I know what I took, and I don't expect forgiveness. I just want you to know I get it.
Okay, go on.
So, about Howard. I gave it to him straight, like no sugarcoating, no tiptoeing. I told him flat out if he wanted to stay in this house, he had to grow up. No more sulking, no more hiding behind excuses. I told him I'm not his mother and I'm not his maid. I told him he had one job now: show up, be a real man, be the kind of father his kids could trust for once. And if he couldn't do that, he could pack up and get out.
Wow.
I meant every word, and he listened, like actually listened. 3 weeks later, he got a job, a real one, steady hours, full benefits, no under-the-table nonsense. He's been waking up early, wearing collared shirts, packing his own lunch. I barely recognize him sometimes. And the best part? I handle everything else. The budget, the bills, the calendar. I run the house. He makes the money, but he doesn't make the decisions. Not anymore. I do. I told him straight up, if he wants a roof and a family, he follows my rules now. And so far, he's actually doing it.
Honestly, I'm impressed. I didn't think anyone could get through to him. You might just be the first woman in his life to make him step up. I mean, he's tried to pretend before, play house, act like the man of the hour, but it always fell apart. Maybe you finally figured out the trick. He doesn't need praise. He needs a damn checklist. I'm not saying he's fixed, but if you've really got him working and respecting structure, then girl, you might be performing miracles. Just don't let him slide. Keep the line hard. No wiggle room. That's how you keep him honest. I know we have something of a colored past, but for what it's worth, I'm rooting for you. It's been 3 months since Ellie told me how things were going. She gave birth to a little girl, healthy, loud, and apparently already ruling the house. Howard didn't pass out, even held her hand the whole time, or so I've been told. He's still working, same job, still showing up, no call-ins, no midweek disappearances, and as far as I can tell, no screw-ups. Ellie's got the house running like a business. She keeps the lights on, the budget balanced, and the fridge full, and she still finds time to make him lunch. I haven't seen it firsthand. I don't need to. I hear enough to know she's keeping things steady. A few weeks after the baby came, I went ahead and filed a statement with the court. Told them I no longer needed child support or alimony. Not because I forgot what he did, not because he earned a gold star, but because Ellie's doing the heavy lifting now. She's the one steering the ship, and if Howard's finally cleaning up after himself, I don't see the point in holding on out of spite. It wasn't a gift. It was a clean break. I didn't tell them. I didn't announce it. I just signed the papers and walked away. They've got a baby now, a real shot, maybe, at building something better. So for once, I'm staying out of it, watching from a distance, and hoping, quietly, that they don't waste it. Lucas, I just got home. What the hell is going on? Where are all my things?
Oh, that? Yeah, I cleaned up a bit.
Cleaned up? Lucas, you emptied the closet, the dresser, the garage, my desk, my studio.
I thought you'd appreciate the gesture. The place was getting cluttered.
You threw away my clothes, my books, my keepsakes. Even my mother's necklace is gone.
It was time for a reset. We needed space. You're never here anyway.
You got rid of a lifetime's worth of memories while I was gone for 4 days.
Don't be so dramatic, Grace. You always overreact.
And you always minimize everything I feel. This wasn't just spring cleaning, Lucas. You crossed a line.
You weren't even using most of it. It was just sitting there collecting dust.
Because I trusted it would still be there.
I was doing you a favor. Honestly, you should be thanking me.
You threw away irreplaceable things, Lucas, without asking, without even warning me.
Here we go again, turning everything into some kind of personal attack.
Because it was. You did this to me, not with me.
You know what? Fine. Since you're obviously in the mood to rant, let me just say it. This is exactly the problem. You're always working, always gone. We never see you. Megan barely even asks where you are anymore.
What are you talking about?
You don't get it. You haven't for years. You care more about your job than this family. You think throwing money at us is the same as being present. It's not. I'm the one here every single day, doing the work, handling everything. All you do is walk in and criticize like some distant boss who doesn't know their own kid's teacher's name.
You really think this is about work? Do you think I want to be on the road every week? Missing dinners, missing bedtime, missing moments with Megan?
I mean, you don't exactly complain when you leave.
Because I don't get to complain, Lucas. I suck it up and go. Because if I don't, who will? You think I like waking up in another hotel room while you two are here living a normal life without me? I work because I have to, Lucas. Because someone has to pay the bills, keep the lights on, keep this house from falling apart.
It's not like we were starving.
Not starving? I was counting every dollar while you were daydreaming about a gallery opening. While you were experimenting with canvas sizes and wondering if blue was too emotional, I was making sure we could afford groceries. I picked up every extra shift, every last-minute trip. Not for me, for us. I sacrificed time, energy, everything, so you could stay home, focus on your art, and spend time with Megan.
I didn't ask you to do that.
No, you didn't. But I did it anyway, because I believed in you, because I thought if I worked hard enough, we could make it together. And now you're throwing it in my face like I'm the villain? Like I abandoned you? I never left this family. I carried it. So don't sit there and act like I'm the one who didn't care.
You know what, Grace? I'm done apologizing for finally getting somewhere. I've spent years putting my passion on hold, shrinking myself to fit inside your non-stop work schedule. You wanted me home? Fine, I stayed home. I supported your career. I raised our daughter. I handled the house. And the whole time I felt like a ghost in my own life. Just background noise to your next promotion. Now, for the first time in years, people actually care about my work. I've got a gallery showing next month. I've got commissions lined up. Real money.
Since when?
Since I stopped waiting for your permission to matter. I'm not the failure you always made me feel like. I have a career now. I have a name people recognize. And no offense, but I don't need your paycheck to keep this family afloat anymore.
Wow.
I thought you'd be proud. I thought you'd say, good for you, Lucas. But instead, it's just more guilt, more lectures, more I did this for you like I'm some charity case. You keep acting like this house was built on your back, but guess what? I was here too. I lived this life too. I'm not going back to feeling small just because you're uncomfortable with me standing up straight for once.
Fine. Then where's Megan? I want to talk to her.
She doesn't want to talk to you right now.
Excuse me?
She's upset. She said she didn't want to deal with yelling tonight.
Lucas, I haven't even seen her. I just got home.
Well, she's seen enough. She hears the arguments, Grace. She watches you leave all the time. She knows who's really here for her.
Don't do this. Don't drag her into this like it's some game.
It's not a game. It's just the truth. She told me the other night she feels more comfortable when it's just the two of us. That when it's just me, the house feels calm, safe. I pack her lunch. I walk her to school. I'm the one she calls when she forgets her gym shoes or needs help with homework. And you're a FaceTime call and a voicemail, maybe a plane ticket twice a month.
That is not fair.
It's not about fair, Grace. It's about who shows up. You think being a provider is enough, but she needs more than money. She needs a parent who's present. She looks at me and sees someone who listens, who's there, who's not always checking an email or watching the clock between flights. So if you really care about Megan at all, then you know what you need to do. Get out of our lives now.
I can't believe this. Hey, Mom, are you home? Everything all right, sweetheart? Can I come over just for a bit? No, I figured you'd be home with the family. You've been away so much lately. Yeah, I've basically been out of town the entire year, but I really can't be in that house right now. What happened, honey? He threw everything away, Mom. While I was gone, Lucas went through the house and tossed out all of my things. My clothes, my books, my paintings, even the necklace you gave me when I left for college. He what? He said the house was cluttered and I wasn't using any of it. He had no right to do that. That was your home too. Not anymore, I guess. He told me tonight that if I really loved Megan, I'd get out of their lives. That she's better off without me, because I'm never there. And you know what? He's not wrong. I missed everything, Mom. Birthdays, recitals, open houses. I worked through every single one of them. And I told myself it was for her, for us, so we wouldn't struggle. But what good is any of it if she thinks I don't care, if she feels safer without me around? What kind of mother does that make me? Oh, sweetheart. I just feel like I failed her, and I'm not even sure when it started. I don't know how to fix it. Now you listen to me, Grace. You've done your best every step of the way. Don't you let anyone tell you different. I've watched you juggle work, this house, your marriage, and somehow still make time to tuck that girl in, even if it's through a phone screen. You love her with everything you've got, even when it's hard. And that counts, Grace. That matters. Megan's just going through a phase. They all do. You were no different at that age. Quiet one minute, slamming doors the next. She's still figuring out the world, baby. And it's easier to blame than to understand. That's not on you. What matters is that you're here now, and you care. And she'll see that again soon enough. She will. But what if she doesn't see it? Then you show her. You remind her. That's what we do. We show up, even when it hurts. I don't even know what I'd say to her right now. Then don't worry about the words, baby. Just come over here. I've got your tea waiting, and that old blanket you love. The door's unlocked.
It's been a whole week, Grace, and I haven't heard anything from you. How long are you planning on hiding like a scared little kid? And where have you been?
I've been at my mom's.
You just disappeared, Grace. No note, no call, nothing.
You told me to leave, so I did.
Well, now we need to talk about the divorce.
Wait, you're serious?
Yes, I've already hired a lawyer. It's happening.
Lucas, are you really doing this?
You don't get to act surprised. You're the one who left. You walked out.
Because you told me if I loved Megan, I'd leave.
Exactly, and you did. That says everything.
No, it doesn't. You're twisting it.
I'm not twisting anything. You chose work over this family for years. I'm just calling it what it is.
Yes, I work a lot. I have to. But don't you dare act like it was for me. It was always for us. You think I wanted to be gone all the time? That I loved missing bedtime stories, school events, movie nights? I worked because I thought I was building something for our future, so you could focus on your art, so Megan could have everything. I sacrificed everything for this family, and now you're telling me it meant nothing?
You weren't building anything for us. You were building it for yourself. You loved the rush, the recognition, the independence. Admit it!
Wow, if you told me 5 years ago that you'd be this bitter, I wouldn't have believed it.
If I'd known you'd live like this, gone all the time, a stranger in your own home, I wouldn't have married you.
We talked about this before we got married. We agreed I would work hard so you could focus on your art and get your career off the ground. You wanted that. You said you just needed a few years to build momentum.
Things change. I don't need you anymore. I have clients. I have income. I take care of the house. I take care of Megan. I can handle it all. I cook, I clean, I do the laundry, I handle school forms, dentist appointments, grocery runs, all of it. I'm not helpless, Grace. I never was. I just needed time to get on my feet, and now I am. I'm doing just fine without you, and so is Megan.
So that's it then? You're just done?
Yes, I'm done. I've already made up my mind.
Can't we just talk? Just the two of us, before we bring in lawyers?
No deal. We've talked enough. I want this finalized.
Okay, fine. Then here's my final word. I am disgusted by the man you've turned into.
I haven't changed, Grace. You have.
Excuse me?
You used to care about being present, about family. Now it's all deadlines and upgrades and rushing off to the next city.
I still care about this family. That's why I worked so hard.
You care about the idea of it, not the reality. You've built a life that doesn't include us anymore.
Don't you dare say that. You think I wanted this? You think I enjoy coming home to a house that barely feels like mine anymore?
Then why did you leave?
Because you told me to. You told me to walk away if I cared.
You're twisting my words.
No, I'm finally hearing them, loud and clear.
I never stopped loving you, Grace, but I can't keep waiting for the version of you that used to come home smiling, that used to sit with us on the couch, that used to ask how our day was.
You think I stopped loving you?
You stopped showing it.
And you stopped seeing it.
You know what? Maybe we were both blind, but I'm done pretending we still work.
Then stop pretending you're the victim here. You threw everything away, Lucas. You tossed it in the trash, just like you did with my things.
You left first.
Because I had to breathe, to think.
Well, now I'm thinking too. And I'm thinking this marriage is over.
Then we're done. I meant what I said. Don't talk to me again. Go through my lawyer.
Fine by me.
You didn't used to be like this. You used to believe in us. Now you're just cruel and selfish. I don't want to speak to you anymore. From now on, communicate through my lawyer.
What the hell were you doing in the neighborhood?
Sorry, what?
Megan saw you. She said you were walking around near our house.
Lucas, it's not a crime to be in a public area. Last I checked, the sidewalks weren't yours.
Don't screw with me right now. Megan said she saw you go into the house across the street.
Yeah, she probably did, because I live there now.
You what?
I bought the house, the one across from yours. That's my place now.
Are you completely out of your mind? You moved across the street from your ex-husband and your daughter after everything?
It's not about you, Lucas. It's a great location, the schools are good, and it's close to the train line. I've been looking at properties for months, and this one made the most sense, that's all.
Don't give me that. You could have picked anywhere. You picked here, right across the street. You're obsessed or something.
Please, I picked it because it fit what I needed. It has nothing to do with you. The fact that you're across the street is inconvenient at best. Trust me, I didn't do it for fun.
Oh, really? Just some innocent coincidence, huh? You just happened to buy the most expensive house on the block right across from me.
I could afford it. It's the one I liked best. End of story.
Afford it? Grace, you don't have that kind of money. I know your salary. You were barely keeping up with things before we split.
I got a promotion.
A promotion? Since when? You didn't say anything about that.
Because we weren't exactly on speaking terms, remember? You were too busy telling me I didn't belong in Megan's life anymore. Forgive me for not looping you in.
You're seriously telling me you could just buy that house out of nowhere? You expect me to believe that?
Lucas, believe what you want. I've been working nonstop for the past year. All those fights, the business trips, the hours I put in, someone finally noticed. A couple months after the divorce went through, my regional director asked to meet. I figured I was about to get piled with more work. Instead, they offered me a promotion, senior management. It came with a salary bump so big I had to read the offer 3 times before I believed it. So yeah, I bought a nice house because I could.
So you're saying you just casually forgot to mention this?
No, Lucas, I didn't forget. I didn't want to tell you. What would have been the point? So you could mock me like you always do? Tell me it's still not enough?
If I had known that you were doing that well, maybe I wouldn't have.
Wouldn't have what? Wouldn't have kicked me out of my own life? Wouldn't have tossed everything I owned in the trash while I was gone?
That's not what I meant. Don't twist my words.
I'm not twisting anything. I'm just finally calling you out on how selfish you've been. You don't get to suddenly care about my success just because it makes you feel like you missed out.
You think this is about me feeling left out? You moved across the damn street! That's next level creepy!
Oh, please. You want to talk about creepy? Let's talk about how you went through all of my stuff while I was away and threw out everything that belonged to me like it meant nothing.
I told you it was just junk! Stuff you never even touched!
It wasn't junk, Lucas. Some of those things were family heirlooms, gifts, pieces I'd saved from my childhood, things I'd been holding on to for years. You didn't even ask. You just tossed it all.
Look, I didn't know it meant anything. You had it all packed in boxes. I thought you were done with it.
That's the problem. You never bothered to ask, never thought for even a second about what mattered to me. You were just mad I wasn't around, and so you took it out on everything I left behind.
So now what? You trying to guilt me? Sue me? What is this?
I'm not trying to guilt you. I already did the responsible thing. I got it all appraised. Every piece I could track. I had experts look at it, documented everything.
You're seriously telling me you're putting a price on this?
You bet I am. The damage you caused, it's not just emotional, it's financial. It all totals out to just over $30,000.
That can't be right.
I've got the paperwork, and I'm giving you a choice. Pay me what you owe, or I file a full report.
Grace, come on. I can't afford that. You know I can't.
That's not my problem anymore. You broke it, you pay for it. That's how the world works, Lucas. You don't get a free pass just because we used to be married.
You're out of control, Grace. You really are. This is insane. You're gonna take me to court over some old boxes?
Don't act like it's just boxes. You knew what you were doing when you cleared out my things. You wanted me gone. You made sure there was nothing left of me in that house. Not even a coffee mug.
That stuff was taking up space. I didn't think it was worth anything.
And that's exactly the problem. You didn't think. You didn't care.
So you're just gonna bleed me dry now? What, for revenge?
No, for justice. You broke my trust. You broke your promises. And then you literally broke my belongings. Actions have consequences, Lucas.
You think you're better than me now, don't you? You think just because you've got some fancy title and a fat paycheck, you can act like this?
This isn't about me being better. It's about me finally standing up for myself, something I should have done a long time ago.
I can't believe I ever trusted you.
Yeah, well, I can't believe I gave so many years of my life to someone who only cared about me when I was struggling. The second I got stronger, more successful, you turned into a stranger.
I gave up everything for this family too. Don't pretend like you did it alone.
No one said you didn't contribute, but let's be honest, Lucas. I carried the load. I worked, I traveled, I paid the bills, and you got to paint and play house.
You want to talk about selfish? Look in the mirror! You don't care about Megan, you just care about winning!
If I didn't care about Megan, I wouldn't have sacrificed everything I did to make sure she had a secure future. But you used her as a weapon the moment things got tough.
You have no idea how hard it's been since you left. I'm barely keeping it together, Grace. Megan's confused all the time. The house is falling apart.
And somehow that's my fault too, right? You always find a way to blame me. But you were the one who pushed me out. You made that choice. I just followed through.
Please, can't we just drop this? Can't we just move on?
You can move on all you want, after you pay me what you owe.
I can't pay you 30 grand. I don't even have 3 grand right now. What do you want me to do?
I want you to take responsibility. For once in your life, you always played the victim when things didn't go your way. But this was your doing. You chose to be cruel, and now it's coming back around.
You're not even the same person anymore. You're cold. You're calculated.
No, I'm just done being the one who gets hurt and keeps quiet about it.
Grace, please, I'm begging you, don't press charges. Don't drag this into court. Don't ruin what little I have left.
Then figure it out, because I'm done waiting, and I'm not going to apologize for finally standing up for myself.
There has to be another way. We can talk this out. Come on, you don't have to do this.
This conversation is the other way, Lucas, and you blew it.
Please, Grace, please don't do this. Mom, please, I need your help.
Let's get one thing straight, Lucas. I'm not your mom anymore. Grace divorced you, remember?
That's not what matters right now. This is serious. Grace is trying to extort me.
Extort? Oh, give me a break. She's asking you to pay for the things you threw out like yesterday's garbage. That's called consequences, Lucas, not extortion. You think you can treat someone like dirt and then cry foul when they finally ask for what they're owed?
But she wants $30,000. I don't have that kind of money.
Well, maybe you should have thought of that before you tossed out her entire life. You don't get to break someone's things and then act surprised they want compensation.
I'm not asking for help for me. I'm trying to do the right thing for Megan. I want to send Megan to a good college, okay? One she really wants to go to. I've been saving up every spare dollar I could. And if I give Grace what she's asking for, that whole fund's gone. Just like that, I won't be able to help Megan at all. I'm not saying Grace doesn't deserve something, but this will ruin everything I've been working toward for our daughter.
Then make the money back, Lucas. You've still got hands. You've still got time. Earn it. You can paint, can't you? You love to talk about how much you sacrificed for your art. Well, now it's time your art pulled its weight.
But I don't have a steady income. You know how unpredictable it is. 1 month I'm fine, the next I'm scrambling to cover rent.
You're preaching to the wrong choir, son. You chose that career. No one twisted your arm. You wanted the freedom of being an artist, remember? If you want stability, get a different job. Something with a paycheck. You're not a teenager anymore, Lucas. You've got responsibilities.
Things have actually been going better lately. I had a few gallery shows, sold a couple pieces. There's interest.
A few decent months after a decade of just wait, I'm almost there. That's not a foundation. That's a fluke.
How can you be so cold about this? I thought you cared about Megan!
I do care. That's why I'm not coddling you. You don't get to play the victim when Grace is the one picking up the pieces you left behind.
You think Grace is so innocent? She's not! She dumped all the childcare on me! All the laundry, the cooking, the homework, it was all me! She was never home, always flying off somewhere, always busy with work, and I was stuck trying to keep Megan from falling apart! And now she waltzes back in with her shiny new salary and acts like she's the one who's been holding the family together. It's a joke! She doesn't get to play the victim now. Not after years of leaving everything on my shoulders while she played boss in a suit.
You want to talk about what's fair? Let's talk about Grace giving up sleep, holidays, and time with her daughter just to keep a roof over your heads. Let's talk about how she worked while you chased a dream and painted in a garage, hoping someone would discover you. Grace didn't just carry the financial weight, she carried you. You want sympathy from me? You won't find it here. You owe her every cent, and if you've got any decency left, you'll pay what you owe or deal with the consequences.
How long have you known?
You'll have to be more specific. I've known quite a lot of things, Lucas. Narrow it down.
You know what I'm talking about. Don't play games, Chelsea.
Oh, you mean your mistress? Got it. Funny, I almost forgot you downgraded the moment I left.
When did you find out? Just tell me.
Right after I moved out. I kept thinking it was weird how fast you threw out all my stuff. Not just my clothes or paperwork. You cleared every trace of me out of that house. Photos, decorations, even the stupid little magnets I put on the fridge. It didn't feel like you were angry. It felt like you were prepping the space, making room, and I was right. A couple days later, I looked out my front window, from my new house across the street, and guess who I saw walking into your house? None other than your mistress, Chelsea. I waited until she left, then I walked right up to her and introduced myself.
You what? You talked to her?
Of course I did. She looked surprised to see me, like she didn't even know I existed, so I asked her a few questions. She gave me some very illuminating answers.
What did you say to her? What the hell did you do?
Nothing you didn't already set in motion yourself. I just asked her how long you two had been seeing each other. She told me you said you'd been divorced for 3 years. 3 years, Lucas. You told that poor girl you were a single dad. She looked like her entire world cracked open when I told her the truth, that I moved out only weeks earlier. That we were still married when you and her first started seeing each other.
This isn't any of your business anymore, Grace. What I do with my personal life has nothing to do with you.
Oh, but it does. When you bring another woman into our home before I'm even settled in mine?
You just couldn't leave it alone, could you? She's breaking up with me because of you!
Oh, honey, that's not the part that should scare you.
What the hell does that mean? What else did you say to her?
I didn't have to say much. Once Chelsea realized the truth, she connected the dots all on her own. She told me you said you were raising Megan on your own, that your ex-wife left you because she couldn't handle being a parent, that you were the one holding the family together. She thought she was stepping in to help a good man. Instead, she found out she was the other woman. And she's furious, Lucas. Not just at me, at you.
Oh my God, what is she going to do?
She wants revenge, and honestly, I'm not going to stop her.
No, Grace, come on. You can't let her do something like that.
She's planning to go public. Posts, photos, screenshots, your little love letters, every lie you told her, every text. She saved everything.
And when she's done, the sensitive family man artist persona you've crafted online, gone, burned to the ground.
Grace! No, please, you have to talk to her. You know what this will do to me, to my reputation, my career!
That's not my concern, and frankly, it's exactly what you deserve.
Please, you can't just sit back and let her destroy me!
She's not destroying anything you didn't build with lies. She's just holding up a mirror. If you don't like the reflection, that's on you.
You're doing this on purpose! You've hated me ever since I ended things! This is revenge! Admit it!
No, Lucas, this is justice, and you brought it on yourself. I'm not going to play damage control for a man who treated me like disposable luggage and lied his way into someone else's bed.
Think about Megan, please! You think this won't affect her too? You really want her dragged into this mess?
Don't you dare bring her up, not after what she said to me, not after she took your side without even asking to hear mine.
She's your daughter, Grace! How can you say that like she's just collateral?
She stopped being my daughter the moment she looked me in the eye and said I was selfish for leaving. The way she parroted your lies back at me like gospel. I don't think I'll ever get those words of hers out of my head. She chose you. She chose your version of events. And now she can live with the man she chose to believe in.
You're being heartless!
No, I'm being free. Free from lies, free from manipulation, and free from the two people who betrayed me without hesitation. I hope you and Megan enjoy supporting each other, because from now on, you're all each other has. Goodbye, Lucas. Chelsea followed through. She said she was going to single-handedly destroy Lucas's career, and boy, did she ever. The post went live one morning. Screenshots, texts, photos, even a few of those sappy little notes he thought made him sound deep. Within days, Lucas's entire image shattered. The gallery stopped calling. The clients pulled out. The sympathy crowd disappeared overnight. It turns out, people don't love a liar pretending to be a heartbroken single dad. And Megan, well, the college plans she talked about nonstop? Gone. The savings Lucas promised her? Either never existed or vanished the same way his commissions did. Now she's working nights at a grocery store just to cover rent and loans. Lucas picked up a part-time job cleaning studios. Art studios, ironically. I heard he's not even painting anymore. Dreams have a funny way of dying quietly. She never reached out, never apologized, not once. I guess when someone chooses sides, they stay there, even when the ground crumbles beneath them. But me? I'm good. I see my mom almost every day now. We have coffee in the mornings. We take walks after dinner. Sometimes we don't even talk. We just enjoy being together. She never asks about them. She knows. She doesn't need to say anything. I finally stopped trying to earn love from people who only ever saw me as useful. I stopped shrinking, stopped softening myself to make others comfortable. Now, I spend my time with people who look me in the eye and mean it when they ask how I'm doing. I work hard, but the work fulfills me. I sleep deeply. I laugh freely. I've stopped grieving for the things I gave to people who never gave it back. And sometimes, just sometimes, I glance out my front window and see that old house across the street. The porch is peeling, the blinds are always closed, no one waves, and I feel nothing. No sadness, no bitterness, just peace. Because I made it out, and I never went back. Dana dear, will you and Mike be joining us for the family reunion this weekend?
Hi, Harriet. I was just about to text you. I'll be there, but Mike won't be able to make it this time.
Oh, why not? It's the family reunion. Surely he can make time for that.
I know. He really wanted to go, but his company is in the middle of a massive expansion. He's practically living at the office these days.
That's a shame. It's been months since the family's seen him.
Trust me, I'd love to see him take a break too, but things are just too hectic. It's a big step forward for the company, though.
I suppose if it's for business, I'll try to understand.
Thanks, Harriet. I'm sure he'll make it up to everyone soon. In the meantime, I'm really looking forward to seeing everyone again.
Oh, Oh, and how's everything going with the supermarket chain? I heard from Mike that your husband's been doing really well lately. Business is booming as always. We've opened 3 new stores just this quarter. That's amazing. Seriously, I'm so happy for you all. I'd love to hear more at the reunion. Wait, you're coming? Alone? Yes, that was the plan. I already cleared the weekend and everything. Oh, well, you really don't need to go through all the trouble. It's not trouble at all. I actually enjoy catching up with everyone. It's been a while. Well, I'm just not sure it would be appropriate. Appropriate? What do you mean? Look, Dana, I didn't want to say anything, but maybe it's better if you sit this one out. Wait, what? Are you saying you don't want me there? I just think it's for the best. This is a family gathering and, well, our family has a certain standard. I'm sorry, I don't understand. I am part of the family. What does that have to do with anything? Your background, Dana. I'm talking about your family. They're farmers. And what's wrong with that? My parents work incredibly hard and always have. It's not personal, dear, but our family, we're entrepreneurs, business leaders. Your people, they work in dirt. There's a difference. Wow, I'm actually stunned you're saying this right now. I had no idea you felt that way. I had to hold my tongue all this time, for Mike's sake, but now that he's not attending, I don't see the need to pretend. Pretend? So all those polite smiles and kind words, fake? Let's not dramatize this. I simply don't think someone with your background fits in. You really believe that people are defined by how they earn their living? That farmers aren't worth your time? You asked, so I'm being honest. You come from a world of uneducated hicks. That's just not who we are. My parents run a farm that's been in our family for generations. They work sunrise to sunset to feed hundreds of families. That's something to be proud of. Perhaps in your world, but in ours, it's frankly embarrassing. And yet, you've smiled to my face for years, called me dear, invited me to dinner. As I said, I did it for Mike. Now I don't need to. You know, I always hoped we could become close, and we could get past whatever awkwardness you felt. Some gaps are too wide, Dana. You're not one of us. You never will be. I married your son. That makes me part of the family, whether you accept it or not. You should be grateful I even acknowledge you. Most women in my position wouldn't. I was grateful until 5 minutes ago. Now I just feel sorry for you. Excuse me? You're clinging to this idea that wealth makes you better than other people, but it doesn't. It just makes you arrogant and shallow. Watch your tone, Dana. No, not anymore. I've been respectful and polite for years, but I'm not going to let you insult my family just because you think you're better. If you don't like what I have to say, perhaps you shouldn't speak to me at all. Believe me, I'm reconsidering it. Then maybe it's best we leave things here. I don't want a scene at the reunion. There won't be, because I wouldn't show up where I'm not wanted. But don't think for a second this is over. Mike deserves to know how you really treat me. Do what you will. He'll take my side. He always does. We'll see about that. Goodbye, Harriet.
Hey, everything okay?
Hey, sorry to bother you at work.
You're not bothering me, just knee-deep in emails. What's going on?
It's about the family reunion. I wanted to let you know I talked to your mom.
Oh, did she say something?
Yeah, I told her you couldn't make it. I explained you've been practically living at the office with this whole expansion.
Right. I hate missing it, but this launch is huge. I don't even remember what a proper night's sleep feels like.
I know. I can't wait for you to get a break. Anyway, she was a little disappointed at first, but she understood.
That's good. So, what are you thinking? Are you still planning on going without me?
I was going to, but then she told me not to come.
What? Wait, she told you not to come? Why? Did you two get into an argument?
No, we didn't fight. She just said she didn't think I should be there.
What the hell? That doesn't sound like Mom at all. What happened?
She said I wouldn't fit in with the rest of the family, that I come from a different world.
What? Since when does she care about that kind of thing?
Well, ever since your dad's supermarket chain took off last year, she's been acting a little differently.
You mean this has been going on for a year?
Not this blatant, but she's been colder. Like, she's just barely tolerating me whenever you're around. I didn't want to make a big deal of it.
I had no idea. I'm sorry. My dad pulled that business out of bankruptcy. I guess the success is starting to go to her head.
I don't blame your dad. He worked so hard for it. I'm happy for them, but I was surprised when she said I wasn't welcome.
That's honestly embarrassing. I can't believe she said that to you. You don't have to go if you don't want to. Seriously.
I still want to. I know it sounds weird, but I don't want to give up on her just yet. Maybe she'll come around one day.
Dana, you're the kindest person I know, but she doesn't deserve your patience.
Maybe, but you do, and your family's important to you. If I stopped trying, it would hurt you too.
It'd hurt me more if she kept treating you like this. You're my wife. She needs to respect you.
I know, and I want that too, but I also know that sometimes change takes time. Maybe seeing me there, even when you're not, will get through to her a little.
You really want to do this, even after what she said?
I do, and anyway, my parents' place is just 10 minutes from your family's. I'll visit them too while I'm up there.
Just promise me you won't stay too long. If Mom gets her way, she might try to trap you there with tea and passive-aggressive comments for hours.
I won't let it get that far. I'll be in and out, just want to show my face, chat with the cousins, hug a few aunts.
Okay, but if she says anything out of line again, you text me. I don't care if I'm mid-presentation. I'll answer.
I know you will. You always do, but I'll be fine, really.
You're too good for her, you know that?
You're sweet, but don't worry, I can handle myself.
I never doubted that. You're the strongest woman I know and an amazing businesswoman, too. Don't let anyone, not even my mom, make you feel less than that.
Thanks, Mike. That means a lot, really. And don't worry, I won't be gone long. I'll be back before you even realize I left.
Promise?
Promise. Dana, can we talk about this later? I'm very busy making sure dinner goes smoothly. That's exactly why I'm texting. It's about dinner. Oh, what about it? The caterer only brought 15 meals. There are 16 of us here, right? Yes, and? So why is there not enough food? I would think the answer is obvious. I'm afraid I don't follow. Could you explain? Dana, honestly, it's simple. There are 16 people here, but only 15 worth serving. What? You heard me. Someone doesn't quite belong at our table. You're not seriously saying what I think you are. A filthy peasant farmer like you has no place at a table meant for successful entrepreneurs. Harriet, are you kidding me right now? I thought you'd figured it out sooner. Honestly, I didn't expect you to be this slow. You really excluded me from dinner because I'm a farmer? It's not just because you're a farmer. It's because that's all you are. A low-class laborer from a dirt field. That's the most ridiculous, backwards thing I've ever heard. Really? Then explain why the rest of us are running companies and you're playing in the mud.
Playing in the mud? My family runs a full-scale operation. We supply to 3 counties and manage over 50 employees.
A glorified garden doesn't impress me, dear.
We grow the food your husband's stores sell. Without farmers, you'd have nothing to stock.
And without supermarkets, farmers would have no one to sell to. We give your kind a purpose.
Do you really think that farmers only exist to help supermarkets make money?
That's not just what I think. It's the truth. The market drives everything. We're the top of the chain. You're the bottom.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. Do you even realize how offensive that is?
Oh, please. I'm just being honest. I've always believed this.
Then why did you never say anything before?
Because Mike was around. I had to bite my tongue and pretend to approve.
So you've been faking it this whole time?
Of course, I didn't want to upset my son, but that doesn't mean I accepted you.
I've tried for years to be part of this family. I've done everything I can to be kind and respectful.
You should be grateful I've even tolerated you this long.
Grateful? For what? For being treated like dirt behind my back?
Watch your tone, Dana. This isn't your farm. You don't get to act like you belong here.
I belong here as much as anyone else. Mike and I are married. We built a life together, and I will be at this dinner.
You can sit on the porch and eat the leftovers. That's more fitting for your kind.
You really think you're better than me because your husband runs a chain of grocery stores?
I know I am, and don't pretend it isn't obvious to everyone else, too.
It's sad, really, how little you understand about where your success comes from.
Don't try to lecture me. This is how the world works. Some people grow things, others profit from it. Guess which one I am.
No wonder Mike never talks about his upbringing. This arrogance, it's toxic.
I tried to stop him from marrying you. I told him it would be a mistake.
Well, it's a little too late for objections now. We've been married for years, Harriet.
Circumstances have changed. Things are different now.
Different how? We're the same people we've always been.
No, you're the same. He's the one who's changed. He's poised to inherit a multi-million-dollar empire.
And that somehow makes me unworthy?
It means he needs a wife who matches that world. Someone polished, sophisticated, not someone who smells like a chicken coop.
Wow, you really think farming is that low?
It's not low, it's just basic, simple. It's work for people who couldn't handle more.
You think because they work the land they're not intelligent? They run businesses, Harriet. They have to manage crops, equipment, budgets.
Managing dirt and vegetables isn't the same as managing a real business. Supermarkets are the future. Farmers are just the backdrop.
Without farmers, your precious supermarkets would have nothing to sell. Where do you think your organic kale comes from?
Oh, please, the store shelves don't say grown by Dana. They say Keller's Market. That's what matters. Branding. Scale.
That's so backwards. You're literally profiting off the hard work of people you clearly have no respect for.
We elevate it. We package it. We make it presentable. Farmers just dig in the mud. We give it value.
No, you give it a price tag. The value comes from the effort, the sweat, the people behind it.
And those people should stay behind it, not marry into a family like ours. You don't belong at the table.
I can't believe this is how you really see me, after all this time.
I had to put on a show, didn't I? As long as Mike was watching, I smiled, but I never approved of this marriage.
And yet, you let me believe I was part of the family.
Because I didn't have a choice. But now Mike's future matters more than your feelings.
This whole dinner stunt, not ordering food for me, that was just plain unnecessarily cruel, Harriet.
Oh, please, why waste a meal on someone who shouldn't be here in the first place?
You think being cruel makes you look powerful? It just makes you look small.
And you think being dramatic will make Mike take your side? He's not here, dear. It's just us.
Then I'm done. I'm not staying another minute. I'm calling my dad to come pick me up.
What's he going to do, roll in on a tractor and honk the horn? Maybe bring a bucket of turnips for the road?
You know, the more you talk, the more proud I am of where I come from.
Pride's nice, but it won't get you into a country club or a boardroom.
I don't need either. I have self-respect, and I don't stay where I'm not wanted.
Well then, don't let the barn door hit you on the way out.
You may not respect me, but at least I can look in the mirror and be proud of who I am.
As long as you leave, I don't care what you see in that mirror. Just be gone before dessert. What? What on earth is that?
That's my ride.
A limousine? Don't be ridiculous. That can't be for you.
It is. I called my father to pick me up.
A limousine? Your farmer father drives a limousine now?
Well, technically, he hired it. He didn't want me waiting around after what happened.
That makes no sense. Farmers don't have that kind of money.
We didn't used to. Things have changed.
Changed? How? What are you even talking about?
A few years ago, my parents developed a new variety of apple that's resistant to late frost.
Apples?
Yes, the frost used to ruin whole crops, but this new variety changed everything. We had record harvests and buyers lined up.
Are you saying apples made your family rich?
It wasn't just the apples. They invested in better equipment, expanded the orchards, and even opened a processing facility.
No, that's absurd. This is some kind of joke.
It's not a joke. Their success grew fast. Now they have distribution contracts all over the region.
Farmers don't live like this. They don't drive limos and expand empires. That's not how this works.
We lived in a rundown old farmhouse for years. No heating, cracked windows, broken fences. I remember it all.
Oh, please.
But now they've rebuilt. They have a new home, a proper staff, the works. It's been amazing to see it happen.
A staff? You expect me to believe your little farm has staff?
They hired help for the packing house, the orchard, and the logistics side. It's a real operation now.
This is outrageous. And what, they're just handing you rides in limousines now?
No, I asked for a ride, and they thought I deserved a little comfort after tonight.
I can't believe this. I thought you were poor.
We were, but we never stopped working hard, and it paid off.
Don't you dare stand there and act like some self-made princess.
I'm not. I'm just telling you what happened.
You farmers act like you're so noble, like you earn your success in ways the rest of us never could.
I don't think that, but I do think you underestimate us.
This is unbelievable. I cannot wrap my head around any of this.
I didn't expect you to. You've made it clear what you think about people like me.
And now you want me to believe your parents are some kind of agricultural royalty?
I never said royalty, just successful. There's a difference.
You know what? Fine. I believe every word. Your parents are millionaires now, kings and queens of the Apple Empire.
I couldn't help but notice a hint of sarcasm in there.
Sarcastic? Me? Perish the thought. Tell your fabulously wealthy parents I said hello and thank them for blessing me with the company of their wonderful daughter.
I'll pass along your well wishes. Goodbye, Harriet.
Mike, we need to talk, and it's urgent. Reply to me, now.
Is this about me not coming to the reunion again? Because I really don't have time for another guilt trip.
No, this is far more important than that. You need to divorce Dana, immediately.
Excuse me?
You heard me. Divorce that girl. It's for your own good.
You're not serious right now. We've had a rough patch, sure, but couples fight. We work through it like adults.
You don't understand, Mike. She left the reunion in a limousine.
Okay.
She claimed her father hired it. Her farmer father!
Right, and?
And she had the audacity to say her family developed a new kind of frost-resistant apple.
Uh-huh.
And that now they're wealthy, that they live in a mansion, that they drive luxury cars.
So what if they do?
So what? She's lying, Mike. It's completely obvious.
You don't know that, and even if it were true, why would that be a problem?
Because it means she's either a compulsive liar or completely insane.
Or, and here's a wild idea, she's telling the truth and you just don't like it.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. That girl is a peasant. Always has been.
Please don't start with this again. I really don't have time. I'm working late tonight.
This is more important than work, Michael. You need to get out of that marriage before it's too late.
Too late for what, Mom? Being happily married to someone I love?
She's been feeding you lies from the beginning. I should have put a stop to it ages ago.
What exactly do you think she's lying about? Apples? Money? A car?
All of it! No farmer becomes a millionaire growing apples, Mike. This isn't a fairy tale.
Honestly, Mom, Google her family name and apple. That's all I'm gonna say.
Why?
Just do it. You'll find all the answers you need.
This is absurd. I'm not wasting my time Googling farm gossip.
Then stop wasting mine! I told you I'm working. I can't deal with this right now.
Fine, I'll look it up. But when I find nothing, I expect an apology.
Sure, knock yourself out.
Oh my goodness.
Let me guess, you found it?
I don't understand. It's right here. News articles, interviews, photos of their farm, their estate.
Uh-huh, told you.
They really did develop a new kind of apple. Frost-resistant. It's being exported.
Yup, that one development was more than enough to turn their farm from a small-time operation to a major global player. I mean, don't you know anything about farming? Late frosts can be absolutely devastating to crops. One unseasonably cold night can cost a single farm millions of dollars.
I'm a businesswoman, not a farmer. How was I supposed to know about any of that? And her parents are really that wealthy?
Yes, Mom, they are. They weren't always, but they worked hard and it paid off. That's how it works sometimes.
I just assumed. She always looked so plain. I thought she was just another small-town nobody.
She doesn't flaunt it. Not everyone needs to scream money to be worth something.
Why didn't she ever say anything?
Maybe because every time she mentioned her background, you rolled your eyes and called her a hick.
That's not fair.
Isn't it, though? I've heard the way you talk to her, the way you look at her. You never even gave her a chance.
But she's not like us.
That's the point. She's better. She's kind, smart, hardworking, everything I could ask for.
But she's a farmer.
She's a businesswoman who happens to run a farm, and she's done more with her background than most people with an Ivy League degree.
You don't understand, Mike. I had plans for you. Important plans. You were supposed to come and work for your father's company. You were the heir to the family business. We paid for you to go to college. And what did you do to repay us? By going to work for a company in a completely different industry.
Yeah, well, I have my own plans, and Dana's a part of them whether you like it or not.
Michael.
I have to get back to work. Please don't call me again just to bash my wife.
Michael, wait!
What?
Mike, be honest with me. Is she really rich?
Yeah. Not just comfortable, like actually rich, way more than we are.
More than us.
Their Apple patent brought in international investors. They've expanded. I've seen the reports myself.
You're saying the farmer girl is wealthier than your father's entire supermarket chain?
Yup. Hard to believe, huh?
I need a moment to process this.
Take your time. I've had years.
Well then, in that case, Michael, you listen to me very carefully.
Oh boy, here we go.
You are to treat that girl like a queen, you hear me? Not a single harsh word, not a single argument.
Wait, what?
You must cherish her, worship the ground she walks on, do nothing to upset her.
This is a sudden change of heart.
It's simple math, dear. If she's that successful, we must ensure she remains happy.
You don't need to tell me to be good to my own wife, for God's sake!
Dana, darling, I just learned all about your incredible family. Their success, their innovations, just amazing.
Oh, so now I'm darling? That's new.
I must say, I had no idea the Apple business could be so lucrative.
Funny, you seemed very sure it wasn't, like an hour ago.
Well, people can learn new things, can't they? Anyway, I'd love to speak with your father sometime.
As long as it's not about me divorcing Mike, sure.
Oh, goodness, of course not. That's water under the bridge. Mike's not even important to this conversation.
What? You're seriously saying that out loud?
What matters now is opportunity. Your father could be a valuable business partner for my husband's company.
Wait, this is about money? You just insulted my family for being peasants. Now you want an investment?
I only meant those things in the heat of the moment. Surely you understand how tempers can flare.
No, Harriet, I understand bigotry, and you were full of it.
Our supermarket chain is looking to expand, but the banks have been difficult. Your father's help could be the breakthrough we need.
Maybe the banks are saying no for a reason. Ever think of that?
It would be profitable for everyone. His investment would generate long-term growth for both families.
If it were a good investment, the bank would be all over it.
You don't trust my husband's business instincts?
Considering how you talked about farmers earlier, I'd say neither of you have great instincts.
He's just under pressure. The supermarket chain should be nationwide by now, but he's made a few missteps.
So you're admitting your empire is crumbling and now you want the peasants to save you? That's rich.
I'm offering you a chance to strengthen both sides of this family. Doesn't that matter to you?
After how you treated me, how you humiliated me in front of everyone, you made sure I didn't have a meal at the reunion, Harriet.
I was emotional. You have to understand, I didn't know your family was successful.
Oh, so if we were still dirt poor farmers, it would have been fine to exclude me?
I just meant...
I know exactly what you meant. People like you always show their true colors when you think someone has nothing to offer.
That's not fair. I was caught off guard. I made a mistake.
You didn't make a mistake. You made a choice, repeatedly, to belittle, exclude, and disrespect me.
I'm just trying to fix things now. I'm being civil.
You're being desperate, and for the record, my parents have no interest in investing in some half-baked supermarket rescue plan.
You haven't even asked them yet. You're just shutting the door.
Because I know them, and I wouldn't dare put them in contact with someone who treated their daughter the way you did.
You're overreacting. It's just business.
No, it's not just business. It's about character, and you've made it painfully clear you don't have any.
I'm trying to move forward. Why can't you just be reasonable?
Because moving forward shouldn't mean pretending nothing happened. Actions have consequences.
I don't need your parents' filthy money anyway.
There it is, the real Harriet, right on schedule.
You know what? I've had enough of your attitude.
Good, because I've had enough of you. Don't text me again. Don't call. Don't come near me or my family.
I can't believe how ungrateful you are after everything.
Ungrateful? You sabotaged me at your own family reunion. You called my family uneducated hicks, and now you want us to help you?
I was trying to open the door to opportunity.
Slammed, bolted, padlocked, forever.
I see. Well then, I'll just go enjoy the very expensive food I had catered for dinner.
Enjoy eating alone. Should pair nicely with that bitter aftertaste of failure.
Dana.
What do you want, Harriet?
I was wondering, do you remember our conversation from last year?
I've made a very deliberate effort to forget everything about you, so you'll have to be more specific.
The one about investment, my husband's company. We were talking about funding.
Oh, that conversation. Where you insulted my entire family and then turned around and asked for money. Yeah, I remember now.
Things have gotten more serious since then. If we don't get funding soon, the business will go bankrupt.
Oh no. Wait, does this have anything to do with the fact that none of your fresh produce suppliers will work with you anymore?
Wait, how do you know about that?
Because I told them. Every single local farmer I know.
You... what? But why?
Because I love and respect my parents, and when you insulted them, you insulted every farmer in this entire state.
But I didn't mean to.
You meant exactly what you said. You called us filthy peasants, said farmers were worthless, that we don't belong at your table. Remember that?
I was angry. I wasn't thinking straight.
No, Harriet, you were thinking exactly what you believe. You just didn't expect it to come back and bite you.
But you ruined everything. Why would you do that?
Actions have consequences. You think you can just burn bridges and then walk back over the ashes like nothing happened?
I'm sorry. I was wrong. Please, please forgive me. We're desperate, Dana. I don't know where else to turn.
Wow, that must be so hard for you, having to ask a dirty farmer for help.
I didn't mean it like that. Please believe me.
I don't, and even if I did, I'm still not interested.
You can't do this. We're going under. Everything's falling apart.
Maybe you should have thought of that before you decided to declare war on the people who grow your groceries.
Dana, please. I've apologized. I'm begging you.
After the way you treated me, the way you treated my parents, the way you tried to get me and Mike divorced, you think you can just erase that?
I know I was wrong. I just didn't realize. I didn't understand.
You didn't want to understand. That's the problem. You looked down on me the second you found out my family ran a farm.
But I've learned. I'm trying to fix it.
And that's your problem to fix, not mine, not my parents. We're doing just fine.
I'll do anything. Please, just reconsider. Talk to Mike at least. He might still be willing to help me if you won't.
Nope, don't bother. Mike's just as mad at you as I am, maybe more.
He is? But he's my son!
And I'm his wife. You don't get to pit us against each other anymore.
I don't know what to say.
Then don't say anything. Just do what you and your husband do best. Team up, run your business, make the most of what you have left.
Please, Dana, there has to be something you can do for us.
This conversation is over. Goodbye, Harriet. Not
Not that I need to tell you this, but their supermarket business shut down not too long after that. I have to hand it to them, though. Harriet and her husband really did do their best to keep it afloat. Unfortunately for them, part of that was taking out massive amounts of debt in their own names. No amount of debt was enough to save them, though. What good is a supermarket that doesn't sell any fresh produce? It's just a glorified convenience store without the convenience. Both Harriet and her husband tried to find jobs in order to pay back their massive pile of debt. But there was a huge problem. They're really, really old. Not many places are willing to hire people their age, especially after they've already run a business into the ground in such a spectacular fashion. So, after a while, they gave up any hope of ever being able to pay back their loan and declared bankruptcy. Mike and I, however, are doing just fine. We recently moved out of our old apartment and into a house of our own. It has a pretty big yard, so I have plenty of space to put in my own garden. Just not one as big as my mom and dad's, of course.